Hi Bridget, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. So it's been a week since we've last seen each other. How have you been? How things
Good.
going?
Yes, good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you for asking. So what have you been up to this week?
Just studying some music stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
really busy.
okay. And so the last time we were together, we practiced some progressive muscle relaxation. So I'm just wondering if you got a chance to practice it, and if you did it work for you, or is it something you can see yourself doing? Just
Uh,
give me an update.
yeah, I did try it, and it's
Okay.
actually worked pretty well. And I
Okay.
actually went online and I got a few videos of some other people doing it my own age,
Okay.
and yeah, it's actually worked quite well.
Okay. So
It's
did
helped.
you get a chance to do it in the classroom?
I did. I tried it a few times, and it has helped.
Okay.
hmm
Wonderful. Wonderful. So how was the bug? How as we turned it last week? How's it been? Kind of on a scale of 1 to 10. Like
Um, it's like 6. Like
okay.
it's still there, but it helped.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, great. So we can explore some other strategies if you'd like to do that.
hmm
Um, But I would really like to just kind of go back to last week when we met, and you mentioned how important it was for you to do really well on your exams. And I realized that we didn't really speak about any of your career plans for when you graduate, because you only have a year left. So I'm just wondering if we could kind of chat about that, and if you can give me some insight into what your plans are when you finish high school.
Well, I mean, like, my parents think that medical school is a good fit for me.
Okay, and what would make it a good fit for you, Bridget?
Well, I study a lot. I'm good at it. I'm good at memorizing stuff.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. Bridget, I noticed that you're rubbing your neck. You just, as soon as we started talking about medical school, you started rubbing your neck.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea why you were doing that, or
I'm not
did you realize you were
sure.
doing that?
No, I didn't really. I guess I don't know. Medical school might not be the best fit for me.
Okay, okay, okay. Sometimes it helps if we kind of exaggerate our movements, because like you say, you didn't really realize you were doing that. So you want to just put your hand back on your neck
hmm
and just kind of exaggerate that movement for a minute, and give that movement a voice. Like, what's that actually saying to you?
I guess it's like I'm not really sure what I'm going to do after school, and then
Okay,
I'm not really sure if medical school is the best thing for me.
okay,
hmm
okay, very good. Um, Bridget, you mentioned, you have, or no, you actually didn't mention it, but do you have any other options that you have explored, or is it just the medical school?
Um, I have thought about music, but it's not really like a career option. It's just something I do.
Okay, and what do you mean by it's something I do?
Oh well, I really enjoy writing music and making music and performing, but like it's not. You wouldn't really be able to make much money out of
Okay, okay, so you haven't really explored that
it. No,
that option. Okay, wonderful. Bridget, I'm just wondering, I'd like to try something called visual imagery. It's a technique where I'm just going to say some words. You're going to listen. You're going to close your eyes, and it's very relaxing, and it kind of brings us in, helps us become more aware of things that are really important to us.
not.
Would you mind? You
Sure.
probably have engaged in something like this during your drama practices. I'm not sure, but anyway, I think you'll enjoy it, and a lot of the kids that I have come here really enjoy it. So, are you up for
hmm
something a little bit different? Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to read from a script for this. Okay, so just bear with me. Okay, okay, are you relaxed?
hmm
Perfect. So, in a minute, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and I will take you on an imaginary fantasy trip. When we are finished, you will open your eyes and draw something that will be at the end of this trip. Now I'd like for you to get as comfortable as you can, close your eyes, and go into your space. When you close your eyes, there's a space that you find yourself in. It's what I call your space. You take up that space in this room and wherever you are, but you don't usually notice it. With your eyes closed, you can get a sense of that space, where your body is, and the air that's around you. It's a nice place to be because it's your place. It's your space. Notice what's going on in your body. Notice if you're tense anywhere. Don't try to relax these places where you might be tight and tense. Just notice them. Run down your body from your head to your toes and take notice. How are you breathing? Are you taking deep breaths or are you breathing with small, quick breaths? I would like for you to take a couple of very deep breaths now. Let the air out with some sound. Ah. I'm going to tell you a little story now and take you on a make-believe trip. See if you can follow along. Imagine what I tell you and see how you feel while you're doing it. Notice if you like going on this little trip or if you don't. When you come to parts you don't like, you don't have to go there. Just listen to my voice, follow along if you want to, and let's see what happens. I want you to imagine that you're walking through the woods. There are trees all around and there are birds singing. The sun is coming through the trees and it's shady. It feels very nice walking through these woods. There are little flowers, wildflowers along the side. You're walking along the path. There are rocks along the sides of the path, and every now and then you see a small animal scurrying away, a little rabbit maybe. You're walking along and soon you notice the path is rising and you're going uphill. Now you know you're climbing a mountain. When you reach the top of the mountain, you sit on a large rock to rest. You look around. The sun is shining. Birds are flying around. Across the way, with a valley in between, is another mountain. You can see that on the mountain there is a cave, and you wish you could be on that mountain. You notice that the birds are flying over there easily, and you wish you were a bird. Suddenly, because this is a fantasy and anything can happen, you realize that you have turned into a bird. You test your wings, and sure enough, you can fly. So you take off and easily fly to the other side. On the other side, you land on a rock and instantly turn back into yourself. You climb around the rocks looking for an entrance to the cave, and you see a small door. You crouch down and open it up and enter the cave. When you are inside, there's plenty of room to stand up. You walk around examining the walls of the cave, and suddenly you notice a walkway. A corridor. You walk down this corridor and soon you notice there are rows and rows of doors, each with a name written on it. All of a sudden you come to a door with your name on it. You stand there in front of your door thinking about it. You know that you will open it soon and go into the other side of that door. You know that it will be your place. It might be a place you remember, a place you know now, a place you dream about, a place you don't even like. A place you never saw, an inside place or an outside place. You won't know until you open the door, but whatever it is, it will be your place. So you turn the knob and step through. Look around at your place. Are you surprised? Take a good look at it. If you don't see one, make one up right now. See what's there. Where is it? Whether is it inside or outside? Who is there? Are there people? People you know or don't know? Are there animals? Or is no one there? How do you feel in this place? Notice how you feel. Do you feel good or not so good? Look around, walk around your place. When you are ready, you will open your eyes and find yourself back in this room. When you open your eyes, I would like for you to get some paper and a pen and draw your place. Draw your place as best you can. Or if you want to, you can draw your feelings about the place using colors, shapes, and lines. Decide whether you will put yourself in this place and where and how, as a shape, or color, or symbol. I don't have to know what your place is all about by looking at your picture. You will be able to explain it to me. Trust what you saw when you opened the door, even if you don't like it. You will begin now. whenever you open your eyes. Okay, so Bridget, I have a piece of paper here, pen. If you'd like to draw your place for me. Okay, so you're finished? Okay. So would you like to explain to me what you drew here?
Well, that's me
Okay.
playing the guitar and performing on a stage.
Okay. Wow. Very nice. So this is something that you do in your on quite a regular basis as well, isn't it, Bridget? How you look very happy in your picture.
Yes.
So tell me, how do you feel when you're up on the stage?
Good. I enjoy being upstage and performing.
Okay. And can I ask? I don't see a picture of a bug. There's no look of anxiety on your face there. So does the bug ever come into this type of scenario, in this type of picture?
Not really.
No? No? Okay, wonderful. Bridget, is there, I wonder if you could give me a sentence to describe your picture in one sentence. What would you say about this picture?
Music makes me happy.
Okay, do you mind if I put that
Sure.
on your picture? Okay. So music makes me happy. Okay, great. Thank you for participating in that. Bridget, one of the reasons I like using that guided imagery is because it really helps us kind of get in tune to what's really important to us. And when we have a clear understanding of what makes us happy and what's important to us, it kind of helps us create solutions to our issues.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wanted to do that one. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Bridget, just getting back to the music as a career, you said you haven't really explored music as a career yet. So I'm just wondering, have you and your parents actually discussed music
Not really. No.
in that way? No, you haven't? Okay. And do you have is there a musical artist that you're kind of engaged with and really?
Well, I really like Amelia Curran.
Amelia Curran. Okay, so she's from Newfoundland.
Yes, she is.
As well. Is she okay? So does she do music as a career, or?
I'm not really sure. I guess I could research it.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
interesting to, you said you feel like you can't really explore that avenue because you can't really make, a living at it, but maybe she does. So it would be,
Also, I was at a conference last week, a Make Music Happen conference, and there was
okay.
a musical therapist there, and I got to talk to her about some jobs and music, and
Okay.
it's really interesting, actually.
Music therapy, okay. So how did that kind of pique your interest?
Yes, it did, actually.
Oh, okay, wonderful. So you did get a chance to speak with her?
Yes.
Okay, and is that something else you could probably explore
Yeah,
just to kind of,
I'd
okay.
like to look into that actually.
Okay, especially if you clearly drew here that when you're making music, you're not feeling anxious. You're feeling very relaxed. So if you can kind of use that as a stepping stone to kind of lessening the stress in your life, that might be that would be a good thing to explore. Okay, wonderful. Bridget, I know we don't have much time. I know you have a class coming up. So before you leave, I'm just wondering, again, say on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel so far about the things we've been doing? If you feel like we're making progress in
Yes,
your...
I do.
Okay, so where would you put yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? So 1 being, okay, you don't feel like we're really getting anywhere. You feel like we're not really tackling the anxiety or the issues underlying that anxiety. And a 10 is, you've solved your problem. Where do you feel like you're...
I think like a 6 or 7. Like
Okay.
it's helping them on their way to getting there.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. I'd like to see you again next week. And I'd like to, I'm really curious and interested in hearing about the research you do with Amelia Curran and music therapy as well.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to getting an update on that. And I want you to keep practicing the PMR, and maybe we can explore another technique next week
Definitely.
for lowering your anxiety. You like that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
you
Have a
very
good day,
much.
Bridget.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.